In every woman's story, there is one man she never forgets. Not because he was the most attractive, not because he was the richest, but because something about him felt different. He didn't try too hard. He didn't chase. He didn't beg to be chosen. He moved like a man who didn't need her, but deeply valued her. He made her feel safe, seen, and challenged, without losing himself. And long after he left, she remembered the way she felt in his presence. Not his words, not his looks, but the emotional imprint he left behind. This is the kind of man we'll speak about today, because once you understand how the female mind attaches, admires, and remembers, you'll stop chasing attention and start becoming unforgettable. 1. He sees her, not just her body. Most men look at a woman and comment on her beauty, but few ever look into her. The unforgettable man doesn't flatter her ego. He speaks to her essence. He notices the things she doesn't showcase: her thoughtfulness, her restraint, her depth. He asks questions that touch her story, not just her surface. When a woman feels deeply seen, she opens. And when she opens in a world where she's used to performing, she remembers. That man becomes burned into her emotional memory. Because he didn't just admire her curves, he respected her soul. 2. He leads with emotional integrity. She'll never forget the man who told the truth. Even when it wasn't convenient, the man who didn't say what she wanted to hear, but what she needed to hear. This man doesn't lie to protect himself. He doesn't manipulate to win her. He doesn't hide behind charm. Instead, he brings clarity, even when it's hard. He sets boundaries with kindness. He owns his mistakes, and he holds his word like a sacred vow. Women are biologically wired to feel safe around consistency. When your actions match your words, you become a sanctuary in a chaotic world. She may forget your compliments, but she will never forget the security she felt in your honesty. 3rd, he challenges her without controlling her. 8 to 11. A man who is unforgettable knows this truth. Attraction dies without tension, not drama, not games, but psychological tension. The space where two people don't need to agree on everything, but they respect the difference. She remembers the man who held his own, the man who didn't collapse under her moods, the man who didn't sacrifice his mission just to keep her. He challenged her thinking, not to dominate her, but to sharpen her. He never tried to win her approval. Instead, he invited her into a higher standard of connection. And that invitation, to rise together instead of sink into comfort, leaves a mark no superficial man can compete with. 4. He controls his energy, not her emotions. An unforgettable man is emotionally disciplined. He doesn't explode. He doesn't withdraw to punish. He doesn't demand reassurance. He leads himself. When a woman sees a man who can remain composed under pressure, who can feel pain without projecting it, who can listen without defensiveness, she remembers it. Why? Because emotional self-regulation is rare. And a regulated man becomes a lighthouse to a woman drowning in emotional noise. He doesn't try to fix her feelings. He doesn't shame her vulnerability. He simply stays steady. And that makes her feel safe to feel everything. That kind of safety becomes addictive. That kind of man becomes unforgettable. 5. He leaves her better than he found her. Some leave them broken. Some leave nothing at all, just silence and a memory of wasted time. But the unforgettable man, he leaves her better, not because he saved her, not because he solved all her problems, but because he modeled what self-respect, clarity, and purpose looks like. He showed her what it's like to be with a man who lives on purpose. And even if it didn't last forever, she came out of it wiser, stronger, and more in tune with what she truly desires. He didn't become unforgettable by trying to impress her. He became unforgettable by living in alignment with himself. The psychology behind why she remembers. Here's the truth. Women don't remember men who chase them. They remember the man who made them feel something rare. Not through pressure, but through presence. Female psychology is emotionally driven. She remembers what a man made her feel. She forgets the one who begged for her attention. She remembers the one who gave her clarity. She forgets the one who tried to impress her. She remembers the one who stood tall, even when she pulled away. She forgets the man who said, "I'll do anything for you." She remembers the one who didn't lose himself for her. So the question is not, will she remember me? The real question is, what will she remember me for? Will she remember you as the man who said all the right things, but didn't live any of them? Or will she remember you as the one who didn't chase, didn't plead, didn't perform, but still left an impact she couldn't ignore? Because the unforgettable man isn't loud. He's consistent, he's centered, he's rare. And in a world full of boys trying to be chosen, he stands as a man who has already chosen himself. Comment below. Which of these 5 traits will you start living today? Ladies, has a man ever done any of these things for you? Subscribe for more deep insights on female psychology, stoicism, and high-value masculine growth. Watch next. Why she pulls away from high-value men. The hidden test. Until next time, don't just be remembered, be revered.